Hello and welcome to Myra's Crafting Playground. Advent Day 22. Just a couple more sleeps till the big guy comes. And we're elfing around here today. As you can see, I believe in Santa, but I also believe in unicorns. So I don't know how much help there is for me, but that's okay. We're going to have some fun. So today we're still going to look at some of the new sets that are coming to you in the new mini catalog. The one that we're going to work with today is one called Lifelong Friends. It's nice. It's probably good for Galentine's Day as well. You know, it's just is. And the card that we're making has the verse, "I couldn't have picked a better friend," and I just love it. Okay, so we're using our regular markers, not the Stampin' Blends, just our regular markers. And we're just going to do some outline coloring just to give it a little bit of pop. And the dies that I used, so you can see there's the vellum behind there. That's one of the new papers as well. And then this one here, the white one as well, they're both scalloped along with the verse here. They all come to you like this from this set called Scalloped Contours die. So there's even an edge die. There's some flowers that go along with a stamp set, but it has all of these scalloped squares and scalloped edge dies, and these are the ones that I use today. And this sprig here is from one of the sets that I used earlier this week from the Memorable Blooms set. It comes with that, and then it also has the sprig that goes down here. And yeah, that's it. So we have a couple of sets involved here, I guess. We have 2 die sets and 1 stamp set, and what I think is a fabulous card. So get your Galentine girls going, and you'll be ready for February. So let's have a look at putting it together, and I'll move us down here. Today our family will be celebrating, or half of our family will be celebrating our Christmas. Let's see if I can get that. Good. Okay. So we've got our glue, we've got our card with all the pieces, our markers, a pin for my glue that I don't want to lose, so I'll just pop that there, and we can see it there. Excellent. So, as usual, I want to minimize my pieces. So I have my card base, which is at 8.5 by 5.5, folded at 4.25. Oh my goodness, whoops, timber. And then I have my first layer, which is the Lemon Lolly, and that's cut at 5.25 by 4. So let's get some tape on there. I didn't pre-tape it, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize for that, but I wanted to get this in since I knew later today I would be a little bit busy. Kind of exciting. Every year is different. This year we'll have 3 of the grandkids are far and wide, and the rest. Yes, I think we have a dozen. Let me think now. 4 and 4 is 8, and 2 is 10, and 2 is 12. Yes, we've got an even dozen. And unfortunately, there would have been a 13th, but alas. Okay, so we've got this piece down. Now I'm going to do this a bit different. I'm not going to put this down right away because it's vellum. I want to make sure and put my tape where you won't see it behind this. So I'm going to work with this first, so I'm going to leave that aside, and this goes on later. So we're going to do our stamping now. Let's just do our stamping. All right, so I have my 2 stamps ready to go. Let's do the big one first, which is the girls. And yes, it's a red rubber stamp, not a polymer stamp. I don't know which camp you're in, whether it's the red rubber or the polymer, so you can see what you're doing. Sorry, I am reaching for a white because I noticed when I stamped this before, I had a little bit of an edge there, and I don't want to get that on there again. It's hidden by the verse, but I know it's there, and I don't want it there, so commit and go, right? Commit and go. So there we have our girls. And so I can put that stamp aside, and then we'll stamp the verse. Are you ready for the big day? Do you celebrate the big day? Do you celebrate another day? Everybody does a little something different. I'll be celebrating twice. Once today and once on the day. All right. Now, I did pop the verse, but I didn't pop the base. Sorry, I needed more dimensionals. We have just gone through the dimensionals like no tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Now, if you're interested in doing any of these cards in a class, please reach out to me and talk to me about what interests you. Could do a Galentine card class. Whoops, we've got one little hole that didn't poke out. All right, so this tiny little piece of lemon lolly cardstock is, oh dear, I have to sneeze, oh dear, 1 1/4 by 2 1/2. Okay, that's the size of this one. So I'll just put some tape on there so we can forget about it, and I still have to sneeze, oh dear. If my husband were here, he'd say elephants, and somehow it just chases your sneeze away. So let's try that. Everybody say elephants. All right, so we've got that ready to go. So all we really need to do with this is just give it a bit of coloring. So the colors that I chose to match up with everything. So the skin tone that I used was Petal Pink. Of course, you can use whatever skin tone you want. For the full dress, I used Misty Moonlight. And just so you know, if you're ever coloring this, I thought she had sleeves. No, it's a sleeveless dress, but I made, since I started to color there, before I realized it was a sleeveless dress, I just added a sleeve on there, because it can be whatever I want it to be. So her sleeveless dress, is Misty Moonlight. With all the flowers, her top, her hair barrette, and the other hair is the Lemon Lolly. I threw in a bit of Old Olive into the leaves, you'll see. And, oh, I'm sorry, this is Boho Blue is for her dress, and Misty Moonlight was for the jean bottoms, so sorry I mixed that up. And then I used Pecan Pie for her hair and the baskets. So not too many colors, but let's get going. So this time I'm going to give her a sleeveless dress. now that I know it's a sleeveless dress. Oh my goodness. So I'm really just sort of outlining the dress, just giving it a shadow of color. So you can do whatever you prefer. Of course, you can color it all in, but then I'd probably use the Stampin' Blends instead of markers, because you don't want those lines that markers will give you if you're coloring full spaces. So I'm just following the lines pretty much, and there, that's her dress. Okay, I'm going to do this one last. So we'll go with the jeans now. Isn't that funny? So the markers have changed a bit too, because I normally don't like, I usually like the brush tip, but see how these tips are different? I don't know if you can see that. I like this, but I'm not a fan of this. So this must be an older marker of mine. Just noticed that. So I'm going to use the brush tip for the jeans. And I'm just going to follow the lines. I'm going to give her a full waistband. And the cuffs, we're going to color those in. And of course the pockets. There we go. And then we'll do the shirt. Now let's just check out what Lemon Lolly is. It's the new style. Alright, so I'm just going to go below her hair. And like I said, just outlining it really. Doesn't have to be a perfect outline. It'll just reflect the color. You get the idea. Sometimes the white space, I know when I color with pencil crayons, I'm really big about the white space. I prefer that method, so I don't know about you, but depending what I'm doing, I've got different styles. Depending what stamps I'm using sometimes, I have different styles as well. So I'm just going to color in their flowers. And again, they're kind of like daisies, so it's not like you've got a lot of lines here. Okay, so there's that. Then I'm going to go with the, now I'm checking out all my markers. I'm just going to add some greenery in here. This one doesn't really seem to have random, so I'm just going to add a little bit of greenery in there. Not a lot. We're going to go and do the baskets. So again, I'm just going to outline it. That comes against her leg. This one has a band on top, so I'll color that in. And add in the lines. Okay. So while I have this one out, I'm also going to do her hair. And we're just going to just follow the lines, you know? And you'll see where it doesn't quite look balanced. You'll add a little bit. Whatever works. So let's pull in her hair. Okay, and I'll break out the Lemon Lolly again for this lady's hair. This is great because depending on skin color, this wonderful curly hair could be a lot of different things. So, but I've just done that with it. Okay, and now quickly we will just outline the skin tone. This time she won't have sleeves. That was funny. That's because I did this side first and I had just done her body, so I naturally picked up that, oh, this one has a shirt with sleeves, so this one must have a shirt with sleeves, but no. And they both seem to have flip-flops on, which they got ankles happening here, which is kind of nice. So what do you think? Would this be a nice Galentine card? I think it would. All right, what did I miss? Oh, her arm over here. All right, are we good? Nope, I missed her arm over here. My goodness, who knew she had two arms? And this one under here. All right. Then the only other thing I did, although it will be covered, but I'll do it anyway, is their flip-flop. And of course that depends where the verse ends up, right? The verse could end up such that it shows a bit. So we got to take this stuff into account. So she's got blue flip-flops. They're friends. They've got the same flip-flops. So there we go. Just a little bit of outlining, just gives it a pop of color. Not too intense. Yes, you can go crazy, and there's a lot of people who have gorgeous, gorgeous coloring. That's not me. I do my best, but so I'm just going to pop this on the vellum, and then we'll be able to see where to put the tape on the vellum to pop it down onto the card. All right, so I've got my pop dots. Let's get these. I haven't used those scallop dies a lot, but they're lovely, and it's great because they have layers, and each layer is just a little bit different. Like this one, the vellum, has all the wonderful holes in it, whereas this one is a nice solid frame. So let's put that, let's frame it well. Let's put that right there. Now I can tell where to put my tape so that it won't show through, because I don't want it to show through to the front. I mean, yes, I could have guessed at it, but I wanted to make the point that with vellum you try to hide the tape as best as you can, so look for the opportunity, right? So we'll have that down, and that we'll put our card together. So I know I believe in Santa, and I know I believe in unicorns, but I don't know if you know. All right, I'm just going to center this down. I don't know if you know, but if you don't give me a desired gift list, the default gift is pajamas and a book. So, which isn't a bad thing really as far as I'm concerned. But some people, that may not be their thing, or some kids, you know, and it's really the kids I'm talking about. So tomorrow I think we're going to do something about books. All right, so I've only put glue on half because the other half sort of sits forward, and since it's popped, it's going to sit up. And let's see how we can get this on here. There we go. All right. So I think I might add a splotch of glue on this leaf. My other one went off just a titch, so that's why I was being mindful of where I was putting my glue. So this one's a little bit more on her, the sprig, but it's a pop of color, right? And most importantly, our verse that talks about our good friends. And since you are all crafters and watching this video, I'm going to say this is my gift to you, that I couldn't have picked better friends. So I'm going to center that down there, and there we go. So I hope you enjoyed this video and how simple some cards can be. And I'm sorry it's so bright behind me, but today, of course, I'm doing this in the day. It's kind of like a Zoom call if you saw what was on my lower half. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the card, and thanks for watching, and stay tuned for tomorrow. We'll not know what we have until it's there, so have a Merry Christmas. Thanks for watching. Bye.